This call is from a person currently in a prison in England. All calls are logged and recorded and may be listened to by a member of prison staff. If you do not wish to accept this call, please hang up now.
Thursday, the 30th of January 2025, HMP Wandsworth, B-Wing. This morning, around 9 a.m, my cell door was opened by a screw. SMD, they say SMD here instead of social or soch. There was a few things I wanted to order from canteen, and being that it was Thursday morning, is my last chance to get the order in. Not for this Friday, but next Friday's delivery before the cut-off. I was very tired with only a few hours sleep, just from staying up late. But I peeled myself out of bed, then got my towel and clothes ready in a bag so that I could get a shower. I did order, feeling like Christmas is coming tomorrow, my first canteen since being here for almost 2 weeks. When it come to shower, there was a constant queue. The showers downstairs on the wing were locked and the screws would not open them. I know because I asked 3 of them. Then came the call, no more showers. But this is unacceptable. After getting told by the screws they won't open the showers for anybody except those that are getting out. My padmate told me to tell them that I have a visit today, so I need a shower. I took the paper note of the visit from my cell and took it to a screw as a open the shower room door for me card. She still told me no, but I protested. Miss, there's been a pure queue for all the social. There isn't enough showers for all of us, and you won't even open the downstairs showers. I've got a visit today. Brandishing me visit slip notice as proof. She went on about why they're not opening downstairs showers. We went back and forth for a couple of minutes, and when I said, Miss, look, there's literally empty showers in the shower room. I've got a visit soon. Will you just open the showers for me, please? She actually ended up doing it. It takes so much effort just to get basic things in prison for no reason other than laziness or job worthlessness. Shower was nice, except I left my towel in the showers. Not only did I leave and forget my towel in the shower, but after hanging it up on the shower stall door, I completely forgot that I even brought the towel in with me. I don't know how I managed this. So, yeah, I hung it up on the shower cubicle door, and like even after I showered, I just thought that I never brought a towel in with me. So it wasn't until back in my cell when I realised, after an hour of pure confusion, that I got into my clothes still wet, despite having a towel right next to me the whole entire time. So I don't know what happened there. I think maybe I was just that tired from the argument with the screw. That I forgot that I even had a towel with me. I read some of FRFI newspaper when the advert for Four in the Bed was on TV. My visit was for 3:30 p.m. and closing on 3 p.m. I knew that they'd come soon for me, but it was time to pray. On my third racket, a screw came for me, and within 5 seconds after I was unresponsive in prayer, she closed the cell door and locked it. My cellmate told me to hurry up, praying that the screw wasn't a generous person, in effect. So I hurried, ending my prayer and hitting the emergency buzzer in my pad to get it to come back. After another screw came multiple times saying he'll look for her, but she wasn't on the wing anymore. She's gone, she's not coming back, I said to my cellmate, furious at their lack of patience and courtesy. with banging. Oh my days, and I mean banging. She came to get me for the visit, where I travelled from my wing into what was effectively another wing. But the area, rather than, having 4 floors, 100 to 200 meters long, like the wing I'm on now, there was a wall and doors 15 meters into the wing. I got to by walking on a thin metal walkway that hugged the second floor of the outside of a huge central hexagon that had a wing on each side of the hexagon through bars exposing 3 floors and landings for each wing high. So yeah, literally just imagine a hexagon, and then each side of that hexagon branches off into a wing. That's basically how it goes. It's like the central bit in the middle with other wings branching off, except on this, I think it's F wing, where the visitor, I don't know, to be honest, I just guessed that. I think F wing's the chapel, 15 meters into that wing that branches off on the central bit. There's a wall, and then beyond that, that's where you can find doors of this visit wing that was actually straight away a search room where I got patted down. Through that, there was the visit room. It's 400% smaller than Thameside's visitation room. The artwork on the wall was better, I'll give them that, or at least less cringe. There was about 50 tables with chairs in the room. Very year 2000 shaped, short plastic, pink or blue. The seats were facing each other at a distance that you had to speak aloud to each other, especially over the other voices that had started after those prisoners were sat down in our purple beds that we got told to put on for a few minutes before the visitors came. So yeah, literally we just sit down on these tables, they tell us where to sit, we sit there on this chair, circular fucking table between us and the visitors' seat, and you have to sort of talk loud so that you can hear each other. It is quite loud in there. But yeah, we as prisoners went in first, and then the visitors came, which was the opposite of Thameside's procedure. I, of course, enjoyed my visit. It was great to catch up and see a friendly face. From the visit, I should hopefully get 2 books and some undies that was brought up by my delightful visitor. At least I should get them at some point. I'll also hopefully get a few addresses over the pro-Palestine prisoners to check how they're getting on and send them recipes for the kettle. Furthermore, FRFI asked if I'd write them an article for the paper. I'd love to. I'll frame it around our imprisonment, terrorism, and the hypocrisy of picking and choosing what United Nations human rights violations and binding agreements Britain wants to follow and what you want to look the other way for. Taking out their own failures to be civilized out on us for allegedly exposing those contradictions, how Britain isn't actually one of the most civilized nations. I came back in time for my tea, my hot meal, which came at around 5 p.m. Where are you going? To my cell. I just came from a visit. Go to your cell, as Crew said. I've just told you, I'm going to my cell. Open my door. I waited 5 minutes and told them again, open my door. And then I told them I'm getting me food, as I said, grabbing me plate and bowl. Hurry up and get your food. I literally just told you I'm getting me food. What's wrong with you? I said, you do too much. So yeah, earlier on today, a lad was shouting outside our cell door. My cellmate shouted for them to open the observation hatch on our door. It turned out to be one of the lads next door to us on the right. We asked what was up. They were very upset with their padmates because, according to them, their cellmate had all the social to take a shit, but he waited until 5 minutes after bang up to have a smelly shit, and that he was simply offended, suggesting their padmate has no decency. So we were in their cell, they were outside in the wing while their cell wafted out, and they cooled off while they asked us what we thought of the situation. I said, if you gotta go, you gotta go. I said, if it's late at night, fair enough, but I'm sure that they'll know now then the best time to go is at social if you're kicking off now. But obviously it is just part of prison though. The lad mentioned single cell a few times, and my conclusion is that this lad kicked off just to try and get their own cell, be put in single cell. Me and my cellmate found it very funny. Later at night, I heard through the walls, "You do it every day, and you haven't had a shower in days." Yeah, we were literally listening through the walls, being nosy. I'm not gonna lie, but it was funny. Then we watched blockbuster movie Elysium, a film where communism is the happy ending for the pro-capitalist, anti-communist cinema ticket payers and viewers on TV or online, where everybody is equal and everybody has access to everything they need, including the best healthcare. I swear people love communism as long as it's just on a film and isn't referred to as communist. Now we're watching a film with Owen McGregor about one lad's prison experience while I'm in prison. I can't remember what it's called. It's a good film though.
Thank you for tuning in to Diary of a Political Prisoner. What was a short list for you was a period of time in prison for me. So please make sure that you subscribe on whatever podcast player you're listening on to be notified of future episodes. Each episode was recorded in a prison cell as I'm held on remand for allegedly being involved in a Palestine action to disrupt and destroy weapons in a genocidal Israeli arms factory under Section 5 of the Terrorism Act. My diary is a podcast only to give you something in the hope that you can give help and support to my mum and son, which I can't do by any other means from prison. In supporting them, for £5 a month, you can get a week's worth of episodes in advance every Monday. For £10 a month, you'll get the week's worth of episodes. Plus, I'll respond to any question you have in a monthly question and answer episode on my Patreon at patreon.com/politicalprisonerpod. For £25 a month, our humanitarian aid tier, you get all of the above while knowing my little boy is supported and happy. One-time donations can be made by emailing or messaging my producer on social media. Media/collaboration inquiries are on the same line as senders and inbox. If you can't support me family in my absence, please follow the podcast on Instagram if you're going to be listening. Please follow on Twitter, all of our socials. Our handle is Diary Pol Prisoner. Please share them and this podcast with your friends. It's free to do and it helps this project grow. You can also send me a prisoner email or letters, drawings, anything like that. Links to everything mentioned can be found in the podcast description below. Thank you, love and solidarity.